Welcome back to Born for This Stories, where we speak the truths no one told us, so you don't have to carry this alone. Welcome back for Born for This Stories. We have a very special guest with us today. We have Dr. Tarek. He's going to walk us through what his journey has been with hypospadias, but also how he has made it his mission to help serve families and support them as well on the other side. He has all kinds of great specializations. So he's a physiotherapist, a musculoskeletal surgical rehab specialist, a neuromodulator practitioner. He's also the CEO and founder of Physioverse Osteopathic Clinics and the recent founder of the Thrive Beyond the Diagnosis Foundation, an initiative to support hypospadias warriors, which we're super excited to hear about. So welcome. How about you just tell us a little bit about yourself, like your backstory, and we'll go from there.
So basically, I was born with a condition more severe than hypospadias. It was epispadias.
Mm-hmm.
The epispadias was the highest level of complex cases there is. So um, there is a doctor here in Egypt that sabotaged the whole thing. He made the epispadias harder to treat. So then I had a little bit more of surgeries, and then I turned it into hypospadias. So I
Okay.
lived my whole life with hypospadias. So I wasn't born with hypospadias. I turned it into a hypospadias case.
Okay.
So living my entire life in the shadow of hypospadias wasn't that well. So had to deal with a lot of society problems. Kids in school calling me names. I had to wear like protection, not just for myself, but for others around me.
Mm,
And this is the way people think here. They have to be protected from you, not yeah, they don't care about the psychological aspect of
right.
myself.
Right.
So growing up, I always wanted to be a physician or a doctor or a physiotherapist to make a real difference and to make people um, aware that we have to normalize having hypospadias. So I remember when I was at night, like after midnight, I always had this need to get up from my bed, have insomnia, because I always wanted to, when I was 6 years old and 5 years old, wanted to research how can I treat myself, how can I improve myself.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that easy, and I always like was buried in the reports and files of my case, and without my parents knowing, which they did a great job actually raising me, but they also didn't know um, other aspects of the case. They only focused on the medical aspect.
Right.
So when I grew up, I focused on myself in the psychological aspect. Actually, after getting so much trauma in my life, I finally realized that what I need to do. So knowing that now, I think I have the urge and I have the empowerment to finally help other people like me. So
Yeah.
I went to physiotherapy school and then figured why not um, you know uh, try to make at least people born with hypospadias live a better lives, especially children. Because if you start early normalizing, not like me, I started late. When you start early normalizing that, yes, okay, I have hypospadias. What's in it for you? When people call you names and stuff like that. So you have to be open about it, even if you are in a closed society. that doesn't think in other means. So, so I started to work on a certain research and developing techniques and actually learning at first techniques like neurodynamics, if you are aware of it. Uh, so yeah, so we have to like maybe so I can talk about the tools and ways of dealing with especially the children.
Yeah.
So I have a draft here saying how to do it. If
Yeah.
I
I
can,
definitely would like to hear more about like if you could tell our listeners like what is neurodynamic therapy? Like what is that? What is it? How does it work? What does it look like? How does it benefit?
yeah.
That would be really good.
So helping families navigate this thing. Uh, as you know, parents don't just want data; they want to feel it. They
Mm-hmm.
want to know how to use it. So instead of me giving you things to watch or learn, like pelvic floor therapy with biofeedback, something called biofeedback, it's a device that improves the urinary flow in children that have urinary incontinence
Yep.
and children that have complications after the surgery of hypospadias. So instead of saying that, we now know we say that through high quality research that when children practice simple, we say that to the child we have to today we're gonna practice relax before you pee
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
exercises with a playful computer feedback. So the bladder learns to work better. It's like showing the bladder how to breathe,
Yeah.
and it actually works. I
Yeah.
learned these techniques and these terms, and I developed it later on when I grew up. So I wish someone would tell me that when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I think that those type of techniques and like the skills you're talking about can be very beneficial to either a child going through hypospadias and deciding not to repair and to living with it, but also going through repair and learning how the body needs to reconnect and get the muscles and everything to relax and to work. And I do find that that seems to be a missing component, right? Just thinking about besides like when the surgery's done, thinking about the aftermath and how to get everything back on board
yeah,
working properly.
yeah. Exactly. You're right. So to get to my point, we have to turn the clinical term because children won't understand the clinical terms.
Yeah.
Even regular people or non-medical professionals won't understand these and would get lost, like you said in your podcast. You got lost in the with doctors and went there and seek the advice from that and didn't know what to do and where to go. So we have to make the child think that he is in like a bladder pool, teaching them healthy habits,
Hmm.
like something called time voiding. We can call it the B clock time or B clock game. So neuromodulation in the clinical and scientific term, it's called the definition is it's a gentle electrical signals that calm the bladder nerves,
Okay.
like switching off an alarm.
Hmm.
So we tell the child to not just do a diary, psychological diary for himself. By the way, the children that are not conflicted with such case um, do a diary, right?
Yeah.
Psychological diary. So I think that a child conflicted with hypospadias should do a bladder diary. Show it in a colorful calendar with a smiley and sad faces, and parents can help with that.
Okay.
can make something like that.
Yeah.
Um, we can call pelvic floor training. We can immerse it in the playtime of the child in his day, on her day or his day.
Mm-hmm.
We can call it the traffic light system.
Okay.
Red, red means you are getting your muscles tight, pelvic floor muscles to get in tight. Say that the child red, then he instantly solidifies in his brain that red means getting your muscles tight. Green means getting your muscles relaxed.
Yeah.
This will, in time, when the child starts this in a young age, he won't have any problems with hypospadias in terms of function.
Okay.
This is all I said was related to the function part, which is a very important part
Right.
because it affects the psychological side. So
Sure.
there is another side, the looks of the genitalia. This side is actually haunting to the child, especially in today's society, where all the people care about how, sorry for saying, how long it is, how small it is,
Right.
how it looks like curved. These sides, the child should be comfortable with. The child should be not afraid to express it. I know that the child and the kids conflicted with hypospadias would see this as embarrassment and would hide in the shadow of sadness, like I did once.
Yeah.
Uh, um, it wasn't easy all the time, so
Sure.
it wasn't easy at all. And I don't want to talk about it any further to not get into emotional side of it because it's very important. But I don't want to get teary right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Understand.
it has been very difficult, and I don't want even to talk about the doctor's side of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are doctors that don't know what to do with the case, so they just say things that make the child upset, complicated things. So when entering a clinic with your child, please be careful which doctor you are entering to. He must be, or she, or he must be a very good doctor with dealing with kids.
Right.
Because if he said just the wrong thing, he can make the child suffer from trauma.
Right. 100%.
Yeah, I think you understand this aspect.
Yes.
And I think you might have um, entered something like that. If you can tell me your experience as well, I would be honored to hear about
Yeah, I mean, we did have a negative experience with the first surgeon or pediatric urologist that we had met with, and of course it was just someone that was local to us, but he
it.
was just
Yeah.
very, very quick and dismissive and made it seem like not a big deal when the case was relatively severe. So
Mm-hmm.
we had then done research and found the Hypospadias clinic in Texas and had done a telehealth consult with Dr. Snodgrass and Dr. Bush. And they were doing these types of repairs that our son needed multiple times a week and have been for years. And their goal through the type of correction, the procedure that they do was a functional improvement. Of course, like a cosmetic type of improvement. They talk
Yeah.
about the mental load if your child's older. Like our son was very young. He had surgery at 6, 12, and 18 months, but they don't talk about also the mental load on the parent and how to manage that. They don't talk about future mental health care for still talking to your child about what they have been through and how, yes, things are corrected and fixed, but it's still not 100% normal visually and how to manage that as time goes on. So I feel blessed in certain parts of our journey, like But we have talked to plenty of parents that that was not their journey, and
Yeah.
that some of these surgeons just did what they wanted to do, and now their child unfortunately needs more corrective surgeries, but now there's scar tissue involved. Now there's buccal tissue involved. There's just all of these complicated factors going on.
Fistula, fistulas as well.
Fistulas,
Actually,
yes, yes.
yeah. So yeah. When I did my survey, I found out that a lot of people of all different type of ages have the same problem. The psychological side
Hmm.
isn't um, isn't talked about at all, especially for the male
Right.
people who having hypospadias. It's very rare in the female, but also it happens. But when it happens to the male audience, they have urinary incontinence as a complication.
Hmm.
I don't know if your son has this or not. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have it.
No.
That's very great. Actually, that's amazing. And I ask God to heal him, inshallah. So they don't talk about the psychological aspect, like I said, uh, especially the male. So it's common in the research party and the research groups that urinary incontinence happens only and frequently to female. So they don't talk much about males. When I did my survey, I found that all the males suffering from psychological need of empowerment and psychological need of being heard and the communication they have to explain to someone, but there is actually no one to tell. And when they go to the medical professional, they always say it's a complication and they
Right.
move on.
Right. Right.
So, like you said, we have to be more aware. That's why I started Thrive Beyond Diagnosis.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end in diagnosis. We have to make the child know that beyond this diagnosis, it's not the end of the day. It's not the end of time.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. You have us, your parents, and we will empower the environment around you to make you feel better and to make you live the life you deserve, to become the best person and the best version you need of yourself.
Yeah.
And first of all, before anything, the child himself must be um, uh, satisfied with himself, not just because the society wants him to be satisfied, but wants him to be the right person that they want to see in their eyes.
Yeah.
So, with what you are providing and the services that you provide, do you do any of that remote? I don't think we mentioned it, but you're joining us from Egypt today. But I didn't know if you have any way of servicing other parts of the world. Do you do any of this telehealth, like online? Do you have any resources for people, or is this all in a clinic in your own town?
No. I do this. I started recent page called Thrive Beyond Diagnosis on Instagram, and also the website is there. So anyone would love to talk about his story would just hit the page, and there is I made also a support group for people and parents who suffered from hypospadias in this IG account. And also there is a website that you can enter and tell your story anonymously or with your name, because a lot of people don't want to share their story with their name and they are too embarrassed and too scared and hiding. And
Right.
also we have to empower them to show up
Yeah.
and to step up and say what they have in their heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope people uh, understand the toll of it. Yeah, I understand it. So I want people to also know how to deal with it. And Born for the Story also helps a lot it's the main. Actually, when I found it, I got inspired.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I
Great.
wish I found it when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
imagine kids nowadays
Yes.
searching the internet and finding your podcast.
Yes. And that,
Exactly
It
what
would be amazing.
yeah, that was a big mission of ours because, of course, we couldn't find anything as the parents going through it. But I thought I was forward thinking of like, when my son understands and they're going to go to the internet. Like that's what they're going to do. And so
Yeah,
the information I found is not the information I want him to find. I don't want him to find the TV show that makes fun of the guy that has hypospadias and they call him Little Dicky. That's not what I want him to find. I want him to
exactly.
find that he's not alone, at least in the US. It's the third most common birth defect in males. It's very common. It's
Yeah,
something that no one talks about, that no one knows about, that it's happening. And these are the supports that you can have for physically, mentally, emotionally, because we have to build a community around it so they don't feel isolated and alone because they didn't do anything wrong. So
yeah, exactly,
we're
exactly.
very,
We were just born with it.
yep.
We didn't choose that. But also, like my dad always says, and always said to me, he always said, "This is God's destiny. You have to live with it. You have to accept it. You have to
Yeah.
embrace it." Uh, he did everything he could. He and my mom. It was very difficult for him. Can you imagine that it's very difficult for the parents to take care of a young child who was born without a birth defect, with him urinating and stuff like that? Imagine uh, getting a child uh, with a birth defect.
Right.
You shouldn't love him any less. You
Right.
should love him more even.
Mm-hmm.
So even if he is a lonely child, and also I need to speak and talk about how the siblings deal with their brother or sister
Yeah.
suffering from hypospadias. It's very important.
Yes.
If there is time to talk about it, it's okay. If there is not, we could talk it about the next or any other time.
Yeah. I think
So,
if you feel go for it.
yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, we have about like 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, so you're good. Go for it.
okay, so the siblings.
Yeah.
We have to normalize that people suffering from children suffering from hypospadias, when the يعني, situation in their day when the odor of the urine might come, and they are sitting by their siblings. So the siblings should not say ew or things like that.
Right.
They shouldn't even mention anything that may be harmful to someone suffering from this, and they should always be thoughtful
Yeah.
and support their brother or sister, and help the parents take care of them. Although it's not their job, but they have to, in a young age, for them to be more close in an older age. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. And there is more to it, and a lot of situations that happened in my life. But eventually, I knew that they only want the best for me. So, uh, oh yeah, and to talk about the right products for a child having hypospadias from a young age, especially, they have to be acquainted more to the right products and shampoos and things like that to make them comfortable and don't have irritations in the skin and things like that. That's the medical side of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't, because my parents didn't know how to deal with it, and the doctors didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
the I don't want to get into the sexual part of it, but um, people suffering from a history of hypospadias doesn't necessarily have to be sexually weak or things like that. So the child, when he hits a certain age, puberty, he thinks about um, sex.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's natural. So he starts saying, I won't be good. I won't be able to do it. What if I didn't get children in the future? So these all are thoughts that come to the child at that certain age of time. And also it comes to his mind when I get older. It's known that when you get older, your bladder gets weaker. So when I get older with hypospadias, he thinks like that. Will this affect my life even more? And will even someone be able to cope with me, the right partner? Fortunately, I found the right partner after years of searching and years of trying to be able to be accepted who I am, and after years of being heartbroken by people and uh, girls saying, "No, I don't want to be." After they like my personality, they like my status, they like everything I represent. I'm funny and all of that. But after that, they say, after they know, or just I hint the idea that what if I have something similar? They don't know how to speed this to something like this, like that. They then take a step back
Yeah.
and just, don't talk anymore. And like they are saying, and many of them said it directly to me. I don't think I would be able to live with someone like
Mm. That's got to be
that. They
hard.
are they are totally wrong. It's
Yeah.
their loss to
Yes.
anyone suffering or having hypospadias. And I have to say, the word suffering, I just say it because if you don't fix and be aware and raise awareness of the subject from the very start, it would be a suffering. But if you raise awareness, it wouldn't be anything at all. It would be a just normal and great life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for
yeah,
sharing that because that is something that I would say that probably majority of parents with children of hypospadias think, because of course you think about their future and how to help maximize that the best that you possibly can. I mean, we obviously certainly thought all of those thoughts. So,
All of those concerns played into exactly why we decided to handle things the way we did. We wanted to take the mental burden off of him as much as possible, which is why we had the surgeries done when he was so young.
yeah,
Obviously, we don't know what's to come, but we hope if everything continues on the same path, hopefully he can avoid that mental burden. We certainly thought about every aspect that you had talked about with what you dealt with, and um, we had considered every bit of that. I think.
yeah.
yeah. And it's
I
also my
thank you for
mission,
that
like
as
your
a child.
mission, to educate parents about the healing that goes beyond the actual like surgical procedure and things because there's so much anatomy that gets affected by this that you have to think future pacing. What are some therapies and things that we can do to make sure that things are functioning properly, that we're reducing scar tissue, that they're having healthy function all across the board? And that's just a very things like physiotherapy, pelvic PT, all that stuff is very underutilized, under talked about, and
Yeah,
it's can make such a huge benefit for them.
exactly, exactly. Specifically, if the child develops certain habits in their day,
Right.
like the way I said in the beginning,
Yes.
and also like for example, when the child goes to the toilet, you have to do a certain move in able to uh, pee.
Mm-hmm.
So that move he must develop and must and have to, you know. tell you about it, and you have to normalize and implement the physiotherapy sessions he gets in therapy into his daily habits and life, and he has to, you know, just make it like a normal habit that he does when he goes to the toilet and when he plays in every aspect of his life.
Yes.
And most of all, he has to be happy, and he has to be able to uh, walk the right path, and also grow up to be hopefully grow up to be someone who can make a change and a difference um, to people having the same condition. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah. Well, we
So
love
I
it.
hope
We're
it works out.
super supportive of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any last thing that you would like to let people know? And we will also include all of your links to your organizations and the missions that you're doing inside the show notes so people can find you, like, follow, support your mission, be part of your community. We'll definitely provide that for them.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And also, they can always know that there will be always a collaboration between this podcast and the organization and foundation I started to help people more. So there will be always a collaboration, and we will always talk about other aspects, because the fight today maybe will not cover my whole life and my whole experience. An experience, I think that if you measure it, I'm not downing the experience of others, but I'm saying that I lived the full timeline of the experience,
Yes.
Right.
starting before Hypospadias even.
Right.
So, and especially living in a country that doesn't raise awareness about it.
Right.
And also, I lived in two countries, and the two countries don't raise awareness. Saudi Arabia, I was born in Saudi Arabia, and I did and I wish this for no one, about 13 surgeries or
Oh
more,
my gosh.
or more than 13 surgeries actually. And I still actually have more surgeries to do when it comes to the cosmetic side.
Right. I can imagine.
So yeah, I think that's about it, Dr. Johanna and Mr. Peter. And thank you all for having me today. And I really appreciate you to, you know, to get me to tell my story. You are a true inspiration. So
We
thank you
appreciate
for
that.
all of this, and I hope your son will be okay and have a fruitful and happy life. And you look like a great parent, so I'm sure he will be.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And
So
thank you.
as a child, I thank you for being this aware of your child case.
Oh,
Well,
Thank you.
thank you, and we really appreciate you sharing your story as well, because it's something different that we haven't had. Um, Everyone we've talked to so far has been with a young child going through this and surgeries at a very young age. We haven't really, other than when we were going through it, we haven't really talked to too many people that have lived with it and gone through a lifetime with it. So I think it's going to provide a really good perspective to people,
Thank you.
going through it. So that was really helpful.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I was. I hope I was. I
Absolutely.
was.
Yeah,
I hope. Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
So, so if anything else you want to talk about, I'm here. If you wanna end the podcast, it's okay. Anything you want,
Yeah.
anything at all.
I think we're good for today, but we'll definitely reach back out and you have a good story and we're very, very thankful for you sharing.
Thank you.
And we'll keep in touch. We'll
Thank you
chat
for
with
your
you
time.
soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's nice to meet you all.
Great to meet you as well. You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for today's conversation on Born for This Stories. If this episode resonated with you, we'd love for you to take one simple step. Share it with a friend, another parent, or a caregiver who might need to know they are not alone in this journey. Make sure you are subscribed so you will never miss an episode. We release new stories every Monday. And if you're looking for more connection, resources, or ways to share your own story, come join us on Instagram at Born for This Stories, or visit our website at borntforthisstories.com. Remember, whatever part of the journey you are in, the waiting room, the recovery, or the in-between, you do not have to carry it alone. We see you, we stand with you, and never forget, you were born for this.